Hey there everyone, it's me Maria Young, and thank you guys so much for hanging out with me right here at My Orchid Adventures. And in today's episode, you guessed it, we are doing yet another unboxing video, of which I am so excited about because I do believe that this is one of the most popular, most highly sought after Hoyas. And the reason why I do believe that this particular Hoya right here is so very popular and so very highly sought after is for the simple fact that it does have one of the most unique foliage on Hoyas. Not only that, it has great venations. You guys know we do love veining. And this right here, my friend, is called the mermaid's tail and also the fish tail. So yes, indeed, let your imagination go. You can imagine just how beautiful this is. And yes, I do have to admit that these right here can be pretty pricey. I mean, I've seen these go for $100 or $100 plus for one mere and measly strand. But I do have to tell you, we were able to get this one right here because I found someone on Facebook actually selling a cutting. Now, of course, it is a smaller cutting, but they were selling it for 18 buckaroonies, and with shipping and handling, which was $5, it was a total of $23. So how could you pass up on that opportunity? You just can't. At least I couldn't. If something were to happen to this, which I really hope it doesn't, but I can rest at peace and say that my spirit would not be completely in shambles and my heart would not be shattered in a million pieces, okay? I can still move on with my life. And with that being said, let's go ahead and meet our Hoya Polyneura, also known as the fishtail or the mermaid's tail. And no worries, folks, I will not be singing the I'm so excited song, but I do have to admit this is quite a plant celebration for me. Celebrate good time, come on! Okay guys, so we did have a very unfortunate event. My microphone gave out, and unfortunately there's no way to magically do that over again. So we're just gonna have to take it from here, guys. But what I was noticing and seeing, as I was saying, is that take a look. The leaves on this is actually yellowing quite extremely. And I was saying that, you know, that's not really a good sign, but I do have to say that that does not mean it is the end of the road for this guy. Sometimes they will lose their leaves, but just as long as the stem area and the node is intact, it still can grow. So it's not yet over for this guy right here, even with the leaves looking scary like that, because I do have to say she packed this extremely well. As a matter of fact, one of the best packing I've ever seen. So guys, it was not her fault at all. And I mean, look at there. I mean, she had so much stuffing. She also had cotton in here as well to protect the leaves. This was also wrapped up. And then she had saran wrap and wrapped very tightly, I might add. And she also had moistened paper towel in there as well. So she did the absolute best that she could. depending on Hoyas, some grow easier or some take root easier and some don't. And again, we already know that this can be quite a finicky Hoya. So even if this gives out on us and becomes a dud, I am not disappointed with Lindsay at all, for the simple fact I know that she did all that she could. And what I also stated is that this is coming from Texas. So I still want to thank Lindsay, no matter what happens, that this was, you know, just one of those things. And I really appreciate it regardless. But guys, regardless to what this is looking like, I do want to take a moment to just appreciate the Hoya Polyneura, because it is definitely worth the closer look. Look at the shape of the wonderful foliage. Look at that veining in there. Definitely giving the effect of that fish tail or that mermaid's tail. And again, is one of the most unique shaped leaves of Hoyas. And this is why this is so honored, so respected, and so wanted. And the good news, folks, about this cutting right here is the fact that the actual leaves are still very, very firm. I mean, they haven't fallen off yet. I'm going to keep these on there for as long as they will remain. And as we're taking a look at the actual stem area, it is not shriveled at all. It's still very plump and firm and still appears to be viable. So even if these leaves fall off again, we still have a good chance that these nodes can still be viable and still grow their new growth. At least that is what I am definitely hoping for. And this right here is the beautiful container that I'm going to keep this Polyneura in. And as you can see, there is water. This is actually spring water that I will be using. And we're going to go ahead and take the beautiful Polyneura and we're going to put it into this container with the water, and then we're going to finger cross, both fingers and toes, and you guys finger cross with me. And of course, stay tuned for more as I will be giving you guys updates. And there you have it, folks. That was our unboxing of the Polyneura, and even though I do have some concerns about it, all I can say is you take the good, you take the bad, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. The facts of life. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that all ends well. And just to tell you guys a little bit more about this Hoya, this is considered a cooler growing Hoya, especially needing those cooler temperatures at nighttime. That is definitely what is required in order for it to bloom and also to thrive well. Also, this is a heavy feeder, meaning that you do have to make sure you are fertilizing this Hoya so that it can be at its tip-top shape. But if you guys can provide it everything that it needs, it is considered a very fast grower, so that indeed is a plus on the Hoya's behalf. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into yet another episode of My Orchid Adventures and allowing me to share my love, my passion, and also my plants with you. And stay tuned for more, because you know there's always so much more in store. I will see you guys later, and I'll also grow with you guys later on my next adventure. Bye-bye for now.